Hey guys, and welcome to Comic Talk. I'm the Cuban. Here I have
Alyssa.
to kind of liven things up a bit. I brought Alyssa into the chat to kind of like give her own little opinion on the comics this week. So I'm talking about Thanos #1, and I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed it this week. It had some nutty stuff, and considering I've read only a handful of the cosmic stuff for Marvel, I really enjoyed this. So it kind of starts with Corvus Glaive, who is now the master of the Black Order. It's this kind of society that Thanos used to rule and dominate this kind of quadrant of space in. Corvus Glaive took over it when Thanos was captured on Earth, but now Thanos is back in this issue, and he basically brutalizes the entirety of the Black Order. Like, what ends up happening is they have like spaceships and they got like all this amazing mech and weaponry, and Thanos comes back and he's like, how dare you take what didn't belong to you? So they literally come in like hordes and hundreds of them trying to stop him, and he just devastates all of them like nothing. He just slaughters all of them. No Infinity Gauntlet, nothing. Just Thanos the Titan taking back what's his, and he kills all of them. And when he gets back to Corvus, Corvus basically says, yes.
But if he kills all of them, doesn't he have
Not all of them, but you know, all the people that try to stop him.
Alright.
So what ends up happening is he gets to Corvus Glaive, which is a really weird name, because it doesn't roll off the tongue that well. And he basically punches him in the gut once, and he says, this is mine, and I will give you two choices. Because Corvus Glaive's life is attached to his staff. If his staff breaks, then he'll die. And Thanos breaks it. And he says, you have two choices. You can let yourself die slowly because of the staff, or you can kill yourself with the remnants of the staff. And you know, you can give yourself that last way out. You do it, because I'm not going to give you the honor of getting killed by Thanos. So Corvus stabs himself and kills himself.
Wait, doesn't he technically get the honor of getting killed by Thanos because he breaks the staff?
Yeah, but he stabs himself to finish it. Like, you know, he commits seppuku to finish it. But besides Thanos taking over, one interesting thing we see Star Fox, who is that guy in the bed being lavished by women. And we see... Yes. No, that's a girl.
Oh.
And we see Slaughterous, who is the champion of the universe. So Slaughterous' whole deal is that he wants to fight the ultimate fight. Any fight that is like... he wants to fight the strongest person. He wants to be the champion of the universe. So that's why he calls himself the champion. And what ends up happening is he is promised by one person in particular, Thanos' son, Thane, that he will get the best fight he will ever have, but he has to collect people for Thane. So he goes and gets Star Fox, and he brings him back to Thane, and he basically says that Thane has something planned to stop Thanos, and we don't know what it is, but we know that something's happening. And what ends up happening is we find out that Death has basically taken sides with his Thanos' son Thane. Originally, Thanos and Death were like in a relationship. Like, Thanos would do anything to be with Death. So
Death is a lady.
Death is a person in this. Death is like you know, it's a constant. But like, and she can make herself look like whatever, so she makes herself look like a woman. And what ends up happening is Thane decides why are you helping me fight my dad? Why are you giving me this backup to stop Thanos? And it's what ends up happening is we find out that Thanos is dying. Thanos is reaching the end of his life, and we don't know why. We don't know if it's like a cancer. We don't know if it's like just his natural end to his life, space cancer or whatever. We just know Thanos is dying, and it means that Thane is going to be next in line to take over for the Black Order.
I thought Death couldn't take sides. Like, I thought Death
No, she could choose to take sides.
Death had to be like...
She's not impartial.
Okay.
Like, literally, in the original cosmic comics, when Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet, there is a scene where he snaps his fingers and kills half the universe.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just, bam, death to half the universe, just for her. Her. So in this comic, we find out that Thanos is dying, so he's actually going to meet her. He's actually, like, he's always kind of had her in a way, but he's never been able to die, so he's never been able to truly be with her. And now that he is dying, she will be able to take him. So now Thanos is probably going to be pretty goddamn scared about that. So yeah, now that Thane knows that his dad is dying, now it's going to be this kind of like, I can't imagine how big this cosmic war is going to be, that like Thanos is dying. Who is going to take over for Thanos. I mean, it could be his son, it could be Slaughterous, that dude, it could be Star Fox, that other guy who's kind of, his whole thing is that he can kind of control emotions by looking at you, like he can like kind of like sway your emotions a little bit, kind of Jedi status. So this, I'm kind of interested to see where this goes, considering like I do kind of know a little bit of backstory in the cosmic stuff for Marvel, like Guardians is kind of cosmic, all those things like that. So I'm kind of interested to see where they take this. Yeah. So, any questions? Anything about any of the characters?
Why would Thanos be scared to meet death if he always wanted to be with her?
Because the thing is,
it like
he's
being scared of death thing?
Yeah, because the thing is, he's always been next to death. He's always had death, but he's never died. He's died, whatever. But Thanos has never actually just died. Death has never taken Thanos.
Okay,
so now he is scared because he is actually going to just stop living. Like, he's never, I'm sure it's happened a handful of times, but this one is actually like, it's like scaring him because he's like bleeding from his nose. Like, look at that. He's horrified of what might come, and now he has to deal with like a whole, he has to deal with his son and Slaughterous and all this stuff. And the last time he fought Slaughterous, I remember, is when he took one of the Affinity Gems off of him. It was pretty funny because Slaughterous is kind of dumb. He's just always headstrong. So Thanos literally just tricks him into giving up the gem and giving it to Thanos. It was pretty funny. So I really enjoyed this comic. I thought it was pretty cool to see the kind of like Thanos scared sort of deal, because when was the last time we ever saw Thanos really that scared? So